Yes. All right.
Oh, he's back.
I am.
He's back.
I'm ready to rock. I think we've got a lot to talk about.
Looking like $1 million minus New York City taxes.
Fair. You are wearing the color of the shirt of potentially the flowers I'm going to deliver to you today.
Oh.
We do need to we just need to get to business.
Okay.
You were the only one at this place that got it right. I want to can we revisit the trade deadline? Is that okay? By the way, shout out Jeremy Otto's fertility. Another kid. I swear to God, his wife gets pregnant every 3 months. Also,
yeah, I was laughing. I was like, did the kid come out yelling mustard?
Amazing. But I want to revisit the trade deadline. Not because I wasn't here, but because I think the weekend could provide perspective, context, and frankly, for some people, Jim Costa, a chance to cool out a little bit. Now, you were the only one who got it right. Rico Lamar Beard from the top said, guys, they're not going to do much of anything. They are not going to give you the blockbusters you're looking for. You were the only one who believed it, and you nailed it. And I think it's where I want to start.
Oh, I appreciate that.
It's the truth, though. You were steadfast, and I fought you.
Because, Mike, sometimes you just have to. It's not even the tea leaves. It's when somebody leaves the playbook open, They just left it open. And Scott Harris, and even in this press conference after the trade deadline, said everything I thought he was going to say. Didn't want to regret. Kenny, what was the term that he said? Haunting. Yeah, he didn't want to be haunted by some trades that he made, and they were just here to try to make the playoffs. And
stop right there. This is the crux of the deal. There will be no yelling from me today because I've given up because of what Rico just said. The Tigers have told you. They've been the most honest. They've told you exactly who they are and what they want to be. And none of this is ad hominem. This is just my view of reality, is that they want to be good. They want to be consistently good. But I don't think the World Series is the obsession that it is for some organizations, or in the Canadian language, organizations. I don't think that the World Series, look, when Mr. I was here, they burned to win. And I don't think that's what we're seeing. Now, here's the other problem. Rico, not every trade is equal. I can't scream and yell today about the bat they didn't get. Eugenio Suarez was the only big bat that moved. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. The reliever was the thing I wanted, even to a point where I apparently I was being made fun of for it. Well, interesting. One of the guys I wanted did. Oh, wait. Both guys I wanted got moved.
No, he wasn't supposed to be moved because, that's
the point I'm making is this weekend I watched last night and I was jealous. I admit it. I was jealous because I looked at Duran coming into that game and I'm like, that should be Comerica. That should be us. We have this team that's, 15, 16 over. They're clearly the best of this bad division. They're one of, if not the best teams in the AL. Like, we have a real chance at special things. And it's kind of a straw man to me because no deal that was going to be made would ever have involved Clark, McGonigal, Briseno. Look, you would have protected your Rainier. You weren't trading your top 4 or 5 prospects. It just wasn't happening. But when I read reports, and Evan Petzold put this out there, essentially executives said the Tigers, if you asked about anyone with a pulse, the answer was no.
Correct.
So my view is this. Take a Duran or a Griffin Jacks. Duran specifically, signed this year, next year, and the year after. How would you possibly regret that? Linking up an elite closer in the Scooble window, in your World Series window. Rico, he's on the season tickets next year as one of your 3 or 4 most recognizable players.
Yeah, I'm with you. Because the people that you're talking about regretting,
that's a rental player.
You're talking about 5-6 years down the line, the guys that are in the minor league before they become that guy that you think they're going to be. There's a good chance you're not even here when that blossoms. So
I want to ask the question. No, you're getting right to it. People, and I don't think you need to feel bad about it. This is your team. You do what you want. Is good enough? I think if you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you know how I feel about it, and I don't need to yell to communicate it. I don't have time for good. Win the World Series or burn it down and try again. I can't be anybody else. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I'm me, okay? That's how I am with sports. If you think that's a miserable existence, that's cool. I think being good but never risking being great is a waste of time. That's my view on sports. Any sport. On ice, hardwood, dirt, grass, AstroTurf, or otherwise. So I want to ask the question, now that the deadline has moved past, and look, I'm not going to use this weekend as this big referendum, but when you play good teams, you're not good. What are you, 19-26 against teams with a winning record? The Phillies are exactly the type of you-know-what you're going to see.
Right.
And Christian Sanchez threw like 5 pitches in 7 innings. I mean, the swings are awful. You got Matt Vierling leading off against a lefty. Like, man, I'd love to see that against Max Fried. So I want to know where you guys are at. There's no point in me yelling and screaming because it's not going to change anything. I will credit the organization. They are actually quite honest about what they're doing. I said to you a year ago, I'll say it today. It's wait for the kids.
Yep.
And I think, well, here, let me ask you this. Is this unfair or slanderous if I say this? I'm asking you in this beautiful rose-colored shirt.
Because, Mike, sometimes
I'm asking you.
It's not GM talk. Sometimes it's just the truth. Wait for the kids. They believe that.
What if I said you're the Tampa Bay Rays with a beautiful stadium? Always there, always plucky, but never truly going for it, never being willing to bottom out at risk.
You know what?
Stay good, stay relevant.
I will allow that because basically what you're saying is get me a seat at the table.
Yep.
Maybe I'll get lucky and win a World Series because somebody's injured, somebody gets red hot. Basically, you're winning because of outside forces, not because you have the best players.
And again, Scott Harris has made comments that say, hey, look, your best shot is make the playoffs as many times as you can and give yourself as many chances. Mm-hmm. And he's not wrong. I'm not yelling and screaming about all because again, it's not as if 7 high caliber right-handed bats moved. No. But when you continue to shop at the Lethal Weapon 3 DVD bin for relievers, look, Finnegan is fine, and he was one of the guys on the lower end of acceptable. We're good. The Charlie Morton thing, pitched well last night, and I'm not going to hold April and May against him, but I also don't think a 41-year-old's going to be there in October for you the way you need it.
Correct.
So I'm asking you guys, is good enough? And I truly believe all 4 franchises in this town have a little bit of this issue about being good long-term, be good, be relevant, sell tickets. I don't know that anyone wants to step forward and do what it takes to be great, because what greatness requires in professional sports is generally risking your job, risking it going wrong. It's up to you guys. I'm never going to change.
But here's the thing about greatness. Good, you're in the game. Great means pressure. Great means that all of a sudden now you're on the clock. Yep. Great means that, okay, what moves are you doing? Because everybody's going to judge you off of what you say. If you say, I'm just going to make the playoffs, you may playoff type moves, but you also had a head start in this division and you play in one of the worst divisions. If you say World Series, now you're going to grade it a little differently. Now Correct. It's like, you know what? Pressure. So long as you don't say those magical words together, the pressure never comes.
And again, if you guys want to mock me watching Sunday Night Baseball and it bumming me out a little bit because I go, man, that could be us. That's fine. Laugh at it, poke fun at it, do whatever you want. That's Dave Dombrowski doing what Dombrowski does. And, it would have required a top 100 prospect. I don't care. One of those prospects that they traded for Duran was a catcher. You have 2 of them. You have redundancy. Mm-hmm. Pick the guy you like better, send the other one out. Well, Brisseno's a first baseman. Okay, then I'll find another catcher because I have Dylan Dingler. Yes, Kenny.
No, I think Rico pretty much nailed it. What I wanted to say is the starting of the clock, the starting of the window. So, like, the second that a Scott Harris or a Steve Yzerman or any GM in this town, call it, starts that window, as in makes that big trade, makes that big move that you want, they're declaring to everybody that this is our window, we're going to win right now. And if we don't win right now, then I have failed. And I feel like a lot of GMs in sports, in particular in this city, are afraid to do that.
Let me explain what happens. And both of you, feel free to disagree with this, honestly. I think what fans do is they conflate two value systems, meaning, like, if you have a financial advisor, let's say someone who plays the stock market, when he makes you money, oh, he's a genius. His algorithm's perfect. I made the right picks. Look at me go. Right. And when it's bad, it's market conditions and it was unavoidable. Well, hold on. These GMs, it's the same thing. In sports, when you do well, you get all the credit. And when you do poorly, you absolve yourself. See, it doesn't work this way. If you take all the credit, you get all the blame. Or we can play a different game. When you do well, you got lucky. Right. And when you do poorly, you got unlucky. Yeah. You can't conflate the two.
No, because the way I see it, Mike, and it's a great analogy. I look at it more of using that stock market long-term versus short-term investing. The aggressive GMs are trying to win right now. But chances are, if you fail, you're going to get burned out and you're going to get broomed out.
You've just described a hedge fund. Congratulations.
If you're going the long-term route, you got a little job security, and you could always, hey, when these guys on the farm system judge me based off of them.
Check out that compound interest, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not wrong. So, look, for me, I don't have the ability or the emotion to scream about this because, as Rico put it, he's been right all along. They've told you who they are. Do I agree with it? Of course I don't. But I'm banging my head off a toilet seat here. There's no point. I didn't think you were a World Series team before the deadline, and I don't think you're going to hoist the trophy after it. Because, again, I think Harris is telling you, I just want to get in the dance. I want to be good. I want to have a rock star farm system. And if they win, if they happen to win a World Series, well, all the better. But no, I don't believe it's their obsession.
Did you listen to his press conference on your vacation? Because he said all those things.
Rico, I unplug. I don't drown myself. No. I still pay attention.
I'm just saying here, so long as we don't see you out there in the bathing suit photos.
No.
Looking at you, Jim Costa, because we actually didn't want to look at you.
No, again, the difference between me and him, I live on my vacation.
I was about to
say,
you got hugged enough?
Yeah, honestly, yes.
You didn't go candle making or whatever he did?
We're going to have to discuss. I'm going to need more intel on that momentarily. 248-539-9797. I want to hear from you guys. With the Tigers, the deadline, few days out. They've dropped 2 or 3 to the Phils. They're 19-26 teams with a winning record. Okay. Is good enough? Because I think this is what they're offering you. Rico, take them to church. We'll get to the phones next.